Yeah, sometimes you can do your best. That still ain't good enough, right? Yeah. That's how it's been for me for 5 months now. I made the mistake of marrying the wrong person. And there's just a lot of shit that makes it not work. Yeah, and you know, my wife, who's, retarded, I guess, I don't know. She's only 26, but I don't think she's like on a lower mental level, like maybe 9 years old or some shit. I don't know, man. It's like, man, she's gone out of her way this last 5 months to try and make me hate her. All of her actions say she wants a divorce. And then she says she doesn't want a divorce and she's going to fight the divorce or not sign the papers to make it harder for me to get my money back and get my life back. Yeah, and it's like, wow, you don't want to be with me. I mean, for real, she don't. She fucking spent the whole 5 months stalking her ex-boyfriend, connecting with him secretly, all kinds of shit. She recently had my phone because, well, she had her phone. She was walking next to me, pretending like she's listening to the music while she was texting her boyfriend, her ex-boyfriend, a little punk, a little dill hole. She like the bottom man you could ever aim your eyes on. I mean, if you just wanted somebody that just has a penis, but they're not really a man, that's what he is. She gonna walk next to me telling him how she wants him and she loves him and she don't want me no more and all this other shit. And this was after she spent 2 hours on the phone crying to her family saying she didn't want Dylan, she wants me, she wants to work things out and all this other shit, right? And her family was about to put her in an AFC home when I married her. I married her to protect her from that, but I can't protect her from herself. She's her own worst enemy. So, now it's like, hey, it's looking like that's the only answer for her. When I met her, she wasn't on her meds and she was a completely different person. Then she started taking her meds again and it just totally transformed her mentality. And now, coming off the meds, I don't know. It's like she can't get back to what she was. She's regressed mentally and became more childish and self-absorbed and more about her connection. And I'm like, okay, January 8th, she runs around with no wedding ring on in public and has denounced me to people in text, calling me a dick and saying she's getting a divorce. Got on the bus January 8th to, this is after walking out of here 4 days after we were married to go meet her boyfriend. And then on the 25th, when she should have been worrying about putting a turkey in the oven, she wasn't worried about my Thanksgiving. She was worried about her ex-boyfriend, so she was calling courts trying to get the PPO canceled. Well, then 1/8, she got a mysterious text after being up texting all night to somebody before she went to bed. And she got on a bus after getting a mysterious text on the 8th of January, which was a Friday, and went to get a divorce paper supposedly, but she didn't come back with divorce papers. And she went and canceled the PPO on her ex-boyfriend, which that makes her look like either a liar or, a perjurer or, retarded. She's gonna say that everything that she said about him ain't true, that she's not really afraid of him, blah, blah, blah. Now, if you cancel PPO on somebody, that means you intend to be within 500 feet of them again. So then ever since then, she's been trying to, manipulate her life where she's going out and doing shit so, she can go meet him and shit. You see, now suddenly she wants to go to church. She's suddenly a Mormon, and her faith is suddenly rigid. She needs to go to church, shit like that. It's like a bunch of weird, childish shit. It's all obvious ruse, In January, she also snuck out of the house while I was asleep during the day, supposedly to go to the store again. And she wasn't going to tell me the truth about the PPO. I just happened to see the thing she got in the mail saying it was canceled. Well, then that nullified everything we were doing to try and make her own conservator payee so she could control her own money, since the majority of my money is going into her fucking account now. So I have no control of my own money. I can't pay rent out of my own bank account anymore, and I can't, I don't have access to the level of money that I did have. I knew I was going to take a $283 cut, but I've taken more than that because, well, in her eyes and in the eyes of stupid people like her conservator, the money's all hers that she gets, even though I took a cut from 783 down to 232 and we got married. So it's like, all this shit. And, this then it's like, the manager kid was up in our apartment to sign the lease. She wasn't on the lease fucking a whole month. She had that PPO canceled. And I don't know, she seemed like she was sending him signals. And then some weird shit happened where it seemed like, it was possible that she could have did something with him. I'm not saying that she did. But, everything was possible that she did, all right? With either him or her ex-boyfriend. And then that kid got fired suddenly, he got caught with his pants down, mentality, he's on probation, so he should have never got the job in the first place. But, it's like, that's what I got. I got, like, this innocent-minded child woman for a wife who runs around with no bra on, her nipples poking out with no wedding ring on. And she's childish to the level where she thinks if you just lie about it, that fixes everything. If you just say something didn't happen, it happened, it fixed it all. And I've been put through the ringer this last 5 months. I've been broke. She had my phone, and she texted, my friends and associates mean texts as if she was me, and then she blocked their numbers and deleted their texts. So I didn't even have, I have a friend from New York who's, like, in California or somewhere right now, right? That friend, we had, like, more than a year's worth of string of texts to each other in my phone. I treasure the communication with this person, and that just, like, it cut my soul when I saw his texts were missing. It just ate my soul. I hadn't been hearing from him. He has a website, and he contacted me through his website. And I was wondering why he would contact me through his website and not just text me or call me. Well, then I look, and in addition to the fucking text string being gone, his fucking number's blocked. You see? And this was all because she's a child who can't be trusted with her own phone, and it's like a last-ditch effort, because, like, her family's, like, giving up. Hey, if she won't fucking goddamn straighten up, then they want to put her back in an AFC home where, maybe she can get some help. And I'm starting to think that maybe she does need the help, because being married to me didn't seem to help things any. It just gave her a ruse. It gave her, I'm married, so I'm protected now, so I can do what I want, that mentality. And it's like, okay, she had, like, a piece of dirt on the bottom of my shoe for a man. I mean, he slapped her around, he raped her. She hooked up with him after he abused her little fucking cousins in their own yard. They were young, he abused them and shit. And she hooked up with him and rewarded him for that bad behavior, and then moved him into her brother's house, and he slapped her on his brother's kid, his autistic kid. And it's like, wow, she's an enabler and a participant to child abuse, and who knows what else this guy does that she covers for. Now, everything I've done, she wants to escalate it into something bigger than what it is, lie about it, and turn it into something it's not, and report on me, you see? She even had me labeled as verbally abusive by her previous conservator, because while I was drunk and she fucking was doing shit again, and I was walking through bitching, and she had called her so that she could sit there and listen, and she's even tried recording me when I talk. I mean, she's just a snitching bitch. She's threatened me with shit like that. She thinks she can call people on me. Oh, I'm gonna call so and so. I'm gonna call my conservator. I'm gonna call my brother and tell him you said that. Well, you call people and tell them I said that. I don't give a fuck. They're not my motherfucking authority figures. I'm not under no fucking conservatorship or something. I mean, I am now, but as soon as my divorce is final, I can get my money back. I can get my fucking shit adjusted, get my life back. So, you know, I had Lisa get divorce papers a few weeks ago. That's my ex-wife. I spent 30 years with her. She is like, you know, she's like a goddess compared to this kid. Okay, I mean, in every way, her mind is brilliant. She's got a good heart. She's selfless. She's a career woman, you know, and you could trust her to go out and go do her job and not be trying to hook up with other guys. I mean, oh yeah, I know she hooked up with somebody else and we ended up splitting up, but we were together for 30 years and she carried the burden of being with me for a long time before she ended up hooking up with the guy that was her first boyfriend 30-something years ago, you see. I got people I don't recognize pulling in here and backing in. Don't know what it's about. But yeah, now Amber's got a key to the apartment. And her PPO against her ex-boyfriend is canceled. So, you know, and then I let her use my phone to try and give her a chance to, you know, prove, hey, wow, you know, you don't need to be texting these people. And she was texting people and deleting it. You know, using my phone to text people and then deleting it. And then fucking she acts like, well, I'm going to try and get her put in an AFC home. You know, if I, like when we get divorced, if I recover the lost text messages, the deleted text messages and send them to her brother. You know, and she thinks that I'm threatening her with AFC home. Well, she's saying that I'm threatening her. You know, she's always talking shit that I'm threatening her and all this other shit. So I don't know, man. It's like I can't seem to fix this shit. It's really broken, and I'm let down because, you know, I was emotionally invested in this kid. I actually cared about her, developed some emotional feelings for her and shit. And you know, I'm one of the very few people that actually really cared about her. Just to have her shit all over me and piss all over my efforts like this. I think these people are moving into something. So yeah, I put up with this kid threatening suicide and physical assault, you know. Her saying that I'm abusing her when she's the one who's sneaking around on me. You know, I never wanted to. I told her when I met her on the first. I met her at Humblebee going to get some weed. You know, I told her the day I met her I wasn't looking for anybody. That I was just looking for, like, you know, a girl who could drive me around, who has a license, that I could barter guitar lessons or music and video production skills to her in exchange for her time, right? Because I didn't want a relationship with anybody. I don't want a relationship with anybody. And it's like, I ended up marrying this kid to help her. You know, all it did was hurt me the whole 5 months. My blood pressure's been up around 200 over 100. I mean, it just stays up there. It's always above 165. Over at least 87 or some shit. And I feel sick. I feel like I've been poisoned, to tell you the truth. And I heard her and her dad joking with her about she poisoned him, which makes me stand and wonder. It's like, okay, well, to accomplish her agenda, which is to get back with dude, you know, am I endangered? Am I being endangered, you know? But anyway, 10:13, she left up out of here, and I guess I should have left and not came back, for a few days or something until she made other arrangements, because at the time she didn't really have anything here. The clothes she has, her, a few things she bought, and a bunch of stuff that has been given to her by my ex-wife, like the nice shoes and jackets and stuff she has now. That all came from my ex-wife. And I don't know, she doesn't seem to understand that, like, the past that she's still connected to is a toxic past. It has attacked our marriage and destroyed it. And the past I'm connected to benefited her, My ex-wife and her husband have benefited my wife. Okay? They've bought her food. They've let her stay in their house while they were gone for Christmas. They did all kinds of good stuff for this kid, which made her part of a good clique family. And I don't know, now that I'm her husband, it's like, this Dylan shit, stab me with this Dylan shit. I'm just on the list of many people being stabbed for the guy. And then it fucked everything up where it's like, okay, the judge doesn't think that, no longer feels like you should be able to have control over your own money because, well, you're acting retarded, like a retarded child who's being manipulated by this manipulator, and he's going to have control of you. And he will have control of your money. You see, so you got to see it from a legal standpoint. I can't even say shit about it, to anyone in the court system when she has, displayed this behavior. So now I just expect fucked up shit whenever I see this kid's truck out here. Ever since the beginning of January, she hasn't been there for me sexually. And I don't mean that she won't do stuff for me to make me come. It's where, like, now she has some kind of psychological block that no matter what I do or how hard I work or how long I work at it, I can't make her come. All I can do is make her sore. So, wow, your fucking ex-boyfriend told you don't wear my ring, you stop wearing my ring. He told you don't treat me good in public, so you treat me like shit in public. And now he's told you can't come for me either. So there you go. You're his woman, you're his wife. I mean, you're legally married to me, but, if that's the level of dedication and commitment you have for somebody else over the spouse you share a bed with and a home with, then you're not really my wife, right? I mean, I have my extra bed out. I had it in a closet and a mattress up against the wall in the bedroom to kind of keep the noise sealed in when we were having sex. But now we don't do that. It's a bunch of screaming and shit. And I don't know. I can't even sleep with her. She's going to keep perpetuating all this shit. And she can't be trusted with her phone. She's needy on a level where she can't be, like, connected to just one other person and be part of a couple, and have that phase of her life where she's just being part of a couple. She's needy on that level where she'll betray me at the drop of a hat. So yeah, these people are moving in. I got my my spy cam going, looking inside and listening. For all I know, she ain't even there. She went down the hall to go get fucked or some shit. I don't know. Everything that she's had from me has been fake affection, pseudo affection. None of it was real. And tomorrow I'm taking these papers and I'm going to the courthouse I'm hoping that I won't have to fight it on the grounds of mental illness and shit. Because, well, she is legally incapacitated. You know, she didn't want the shelter of, like, being my wife for real. You know, where, like, we're connected and I can honestly, because everything that I've said for her has been lies, because she turned into lies. I said she was leaving Dylan alone. Well, she was lying to me, so I didn't know she wasn't leaving him alone. She said she wants to focus on building a future with me, a life with me, you know, because I'm starting over from scratch after 30 years. You know, I'm in a senior apartment complex. And I had to fight for 3 months to get her in here because of her past with her ex-boyfriend here. He literally trashed out their apartment and slapped her around in public, and they were always fighting out in public, out in the common areas and shit. Well, it made all these old people scared of her, man. Scared of him, rather. So when she came here and he started walking by all the time, it caused alarm. And they wanted to kick me out just because, you know, I married her and brought her here. So I had to fight for 3 months to get her approved to be here. And she wasn't here a week, and she removed the PPO. She made a liar out of me. She walked next to me after lying to people on the phone and talked shit about how she's gonna, you know, she wants to get with Dylan, texting Dylan and shit while she's walking next to me. So now, while I don't want her in my laptop or anything like that, now that I know that she'll delete shit, you know, I'm going to be going through a thing where I'm changing all my passwords, I guess. Passwords I've used for years because I let her see them and I shared them with her. I'm going to eventually, by the time the divorce is final, get my EBT card back from her because, well, she uses both cards, hers and mine, to shop. And I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do, where I'm going to go, where my cat's going to go. Hopefully he can go with me. We can, you know, we can get blessed with a good place to go. And hopefully, you know, I can walk away from this mistake. I won't still have my dignity or my masculinity or any of the shit I showed up here with, really. But maybe I can still maintain my musical gear, you know, still keep that and my laptop, and maybe I can just go back to music. So yeah, I'm out in a super cool little minivan. It's 3:13 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. By clock at 7 minutes fast. On the 21st of February, 2021. So, I guess this is all I had to talk about, really. I was wanting to talk about something else. There's spiritual stuff I wanted to address. And I have been lax on delivering any of that or producing any music. I did produce 2 little jazz songs with her, doing, like, you know, oohs and ahs and stuff, vocals in the background. To try and give her a taste of what we could do, you know, what we could aspire to. We could get a place, and I could go back to doing music, and we could do music and shit. And, I don't know. See, we lost some time there because I forgot this thing stops at 20 minutes and restarts. So I don't even know what y'all missed, what I didn't say. I guess it doesn't matter. I've been repeating myself for fucking 10 minutes, right? Yeah. So, I'm beyond any thought that I'll hook up with a woman again. I don't even want it, you know? I just don't want everything it brings to your life. I think I'll just hook up with a dude or something. You know, if I hook up with anybody, I think I just want to be alone now, you know? I think, you know, that's where I was at in September. I kind of just wanted to be alone. I met this kid. I felt sorry for her, you know, because, well, her life's such a wreck, but her life's a wreck because she's a wreck. And, I think she might be demon possessed or something. I don't know. She's crazy, scary. I know the people around here act weird towards me now. Ever since the intimacy's been gone, like she went and fucked somebody, you know? And she did delete a whole bunch of footage out of my camera, like a week's worth of footage, so I don't know what the fuck was on that she was scared I was going to see. But that's a big thing, just delete shit and lie about it, and then that means she didn't do it, you see. So, it's kind of cold. I wish I would have went somewhere warm for the winter. It's just cold out here. It's 30 degrees. And it's windy. So, alright, y'all, I guess that's it for me.
My ass 'cause I'm